if you vowed to become an academic weapon this semester. I'm about to share with you my top study tips to overcome your academic kryptonites. Coming from a straight-A student who managed to achieve a 4.0 GPA whilst balancing my extracurriculars and still having time to hang out with friends. You might be wondering, how should I use my syllabus to study? Let's be honest, these documents can look intimidating. Here's my method. Split your syllabus into two categories. 1, core concepts, and 2, skills they want you to use. For core concepts, these are the topics that you must understand. They're heavily covered in your syllabus and are bound to appear on your exams. To identify your weak areas in these core concepts, I recommend using the stoplight method. This is when you use the colors red, yellow, and green and highlight respective topics and subtopics, ranking your level of understanding. Once you've pointed out your weak areas, it's time to master them. 2, skills they want you to use. Each subject has their own set of skills that you must be able to use to apply content to your exam questions. I call it going from spec to skills, going from syllabus specifications to skills you use in exams. Your syllabus can also be helpful in making your personal notes, which improves your understanding of your respective subject areas. You can gauge your progress in each class using your syllabus. Personally, I recommend creating a syllabus completion log. Using a syllabus completion log allows you to track your comprehension of topics as well as providing visual motivation. You're able to see how many topics you've covered in your syllabus as the semester goes on. If you'd like to use my syllabus completion log, comment down below and I'll share the link with you. Tip 2, do past papers. You may have been told to utilize active recall to improve your studying by answering practice questions in the past. However, how are you supposed to use these past papers effectively? It isn't just doing the past paper questions and the practice questions that's going to help you improve your comprehension of topics. It's the method in which you use to answer these past paper questions. I recommend starting by answering these past paper questions open book. For content-heavy subjects, use your notebook while you're answering past paper questions. This way, you learn the format of the questions whilst learning content. Use highlighters to identify keywords and circle command words. I'd highlight keywords in questions, circle command words like explain or compare, and underline topic triggers. What's a topic trigger? If I'm doing an economic practice question and I see that they are speaking about a market structure which only has one seller, that is a topic trigger, because automatically I know exactly what topic in economics they're referring to. Remember the syllabus, our old friend? Don't forget him just because we moved on to a new tip. Use your syllabus to correct past paper questions to make sure that you've applied skills correctly to each question. Finally, make an error log. Track your problem areas and note exactly which questions you get wrong. This list isn't a reminder of your failure, but rather a shortcut to your improvement. By identifying your problem areas, you can focus specifically on those when studying instead of going over the topics that you know you're good at over and over again. We're all guilty of saying, oh, I'm gonna study, and you study something that you know you're good at. It makes you feel good. The dopamine in your brain gets triggered, but it's not helping you in the long run avoiding those problem areas. So use the error log to tackle those areas. If you'd like the template for my past paper error log, comment down below and I'll share the link with you. Tip 3, make a realistic study schedule. Let's be honest, it's not realistic to study 8 hours every day after 8 hours of school. So make a realistic study schedule. It's better to have short, consistent, and focused study sessions than long, distracted, irregular study sessions in the long run. Here's how I made my study schedule whilst I was in school. We're bringing out the big guns. So unfortunately, I don't have photographic memory and I'm going to reference my laptop in order to go through how I made my study schedule. For my study schedule, I would use different keys/symbols, kind of like a map, so that I would know the type of study session I was having on that day. Because for me personally, doing the same thing over and over is not effective for learning content, so I would switch it up every once in a while. 1, I had a symbol for content review. Then I had a symbol for oral practice. I did foreign languages in school, so it was necessary that I would do some type of speaking practice. I had a symbol for when I was going to do past paper questions, and I had a little symbol for alternating subjects weekly. With the amount of subjects I was doing, it wasn't possible for me to cover every single subject in 1 week, but it was possible for me to alternate the subjects on different weeks. And the last symbol that I would use is a little symbol to represent watching a recap video. These are for the days where I was tired, but I wanted to refresh content anyway. So I'll give you an example of one of my study schedules. So each time my revision would start an hour after I arrived home. So when I came home, I would eat, relax. Do not use your phone. I beg. I have been trapped by the prison that is my phone many times. I say, oh, I'm just gonna use my phone for 30 minutes, and then I can't get off my phone to start studying. So when you come home after school, don't use your phone, do something else. I even found watching TV was okay, because for some reason it's so much easier for me to just turn off the TV than put away my phone. Each of my subject time slots would last between 30 minutes to 1 hour. If you'd like my help to create your own digital study schedule, feel free to email me and I will assist you in making a study schedule. Tip 4, stop procrastinating. Procrastination is by far the biggest academic kryptonite I've faced. How many times have we gotten stuck in a cycle of doom scrolling instead of studying? So for this, I'm gonna break it down into multiple tips. My first tip, dealing with procrastination, is, unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, your parents were right. It is that damn phone. It is the phone. I know we don't like to hear it, but it is the phone, okay? So when you've got to study, when you know that you need to lock in, put it in phone jail, okay? See this bad boy? See this phone right here? You're going to put it on Do Not Disturb, because those notifications, they will distract you, okay? Your will is not that strong. Or maybe it is. Maybe I was just weak-willed and I could not resist the temptation. I'm just gonna check it. I'm just gonna check it. And the next thing I know, I'm on my phone for 30 minutes, okay? So put it on Do Not Disturb. Put it in another room. Don't even let it be in the same room as you, okay? If that doesn't work, shut it off. Turn it off. And if that doesn't work, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna walk your little legs. You're gonna take this phone and you're gonna give it to your parents. And you're gonna say, don't give it back to me until I do what I'm supposed to do. Don't give it back to me until you see that I finished all my work. Or if you have self-discipline, I guess you could keep it next to you, but I don't know. It's not the ultimate academic kryptonite for no reason. So the second tip for dealing with procrastination is to use an assignment tracker. Using an assignment tracker allows you to visualize deadlines. I'm sure we've all been guilty of saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's due next week. I don't have to do it now. Not knowing that it is next week. It's due tomorrow. It's a little too late now. So use an assignment tracker. If you'd like a free link to my assignment tracker template, comment down below and I'll share the link with you. And last and final tip for dealing with procrastination is to break your doom scroll cycle with some type of physical exercise, okay? I don't know what it is. There's something about moving around, getting my blood pumping, the heart racing, that just makes me feel like, yeah, I'm ready to tackle all of this work and I can be super productive. So try it out. It might work for you. It might not. You might just end up out of breath. And that's it for my study tips. Don't forget that studying is an act of self-care and an investment in your future selves. Being able to study is a privilege. Subscribe for more content like this, and if you like the video, well, give it a like, comment, and I hope to see you in the next one. If staked, I bet you thought that was the end, didn't you? You thought that was the end. I got you. Did I get you? Oopsie, I was talking. It's working. Give it to your